When was the last time you woke up and felt unstoppable? Not just awake, but alive, powerful, ready to take control of the entire day before it even begins. Most people open their eyes and immediately feel behind. Behind on their goals, behind on their dreams, behind on life. They grab their phone, scroll through someone else's highlight reel, and start comparing instead of creating. They react instead of live. And by the time they've had their coffee, they've already surrendered the day. But you are not most people. You are here because some part of you knows there is more inside you, waiting to be unleashed. Every morning is a chance to reset, a chance to rewrite the story you're living. It's not just another sunrise. It's an opportunity to become the version of yourself that you've been thinking about, dreaming about, talking about. The version that doesn't wait for motivation but creates it. The version that doesn't let yesterday's pain write today's plan. The truth is, the first thoughts you allow in your mind every morning are building the foundation for everything that comes after. Your decisions, your emotions, your actions, your results. If your first thought is weak, your day is weak. But if your first thought is powerful, everything shifts. You've been through too much to let your morning slip away on autopilot. You've survived things that should have broken you. You've had days where you felt like you wouldn't make it. And yet here you are, breathing, standing, still in the fight. That alone is proof that there's something extraordinary in you. That is why the words you speak to yourself before the world gets a chance to speak to you matter more than anything. They are your armor. They are your fuel. They are your blueprint for victory. This is why today must be different. Today, you choose to wake up with intention. Today, you decide that the first voice you hear will not be fear, not be doubt, not be the noise of the world, but your own voice declaring who you are and what you stand for. When you speak life into yourself before you face the world, you become unshakable. You stop reacting to life and start creating it. If you stay with me until the end of this message, you will walk away with 5 powerful statements you can repeat every single morning. Simple words that will reprogram your mind, build your confidence, and make you unstoppable. Words that will shift the way you see yourself, the way you carry yourself, the way you fight for yourself. You are about to learn how to wake up like a champion every single day, no matter what life throws at you. This is your chance to take control of your mornings, your mindset, and your future. So take a deep breath, lock in, and commit to this moment. Because once you start speaking to yourself differently, your life will never look the same again. Say these words to yourself right now. I am built for this. Feel how they land in your chest. Let them sink into your bones. Because this is the first truth you need to carry every morning. You are not here by accident. You are here because you have the strength to face what's in front of you. You might not feel strong every day, but strength is not a feeling, it's a decision. It's a choice to get up when you'd rather stay down, to keep moving when quitting seems easier. When you start your day telling yourself you are built for this, you remind your mind and body that you have already survived everything that was meant to break you. Most people wake up thinking about their problems, their pain, their failures. They repeat the same doubts, the same fears until their entire day is weighed down by yesterday's thoughts. But you are going to do something different. The moment you open your eyes, before the world has a chance to tell you who you are, you will speak life into yourself. I am built for this is not just a phrase. It's a declaration that no matter how heavy life gets, you can carry it. No matter how high the mountain seems, you can climb it. No matter how far the finish line looks, you can keep running until you reach it. When you say these words, your brain begins to work for you, not against you. Your subconscious stops looking for reasons to give up and starts finding solutions to move forward. You stop shrinking and start expanding. This is not toxic positivity. This is mental training. Just as you train your body to get stronger, you train your mind to be unshakable. And every morning you repeat these words, you lay another brick in the foundation of your confidence. There will be days when you don't feel like saying it. Days when the weight of everything makes it hard to believe it. Those are the days when it matters most, because those are the mornings when your future self is watching you, waiting to see if you will rise or stay the same. Speak it even when you don't feel it, because consistency creates belief. The more you say it, the more you will start to feel it, and the more you feel it, the more unstoppable you become. Life will always test you. It will throw setbacks, heartbreaks, losses, and challenges your way. But if you make this your first thought every morning, I am built for this, then no test can break you. You will still feel pain, but pain will not control you. You will still face challenges, but challenges will not stop you. You will still fall, but you will rise faster every time. So tomorrow, before your feet even hit the ground, remind yourself who you are. Say it with strength. Say it with conviction. Say it until every part of you believes it. I am built for this. And once you speak it, step into your day like someone who is made to win. There is something powerful that happens when you stop running from your struggles and start owning them. Most people spend their lives asking, why is this happening to me? But that question keeps you stuck. It keeps you small. It keeps you blaming the world instead of building yourself. The shift happens when you wake up and decide, this is happening for me. Every challenge, every setback, every loss is not proof that you are weak. It is proof that you are being shaped, refined, and prepared for something greater. When you own your struggles, you take your power back. You stop waiting for perfect conditions to start living, and you start creating strength out of chaos. You turn pain into a teacher. You turn failure into feedback. You turn heartbreak into fuel. This is the mindset that separates those who stay stuck from those who rise. The difference isn't that some people have easy lives. It's that they refuse to let hard moments define them. They don't ask for life to get easier. They demand that they get stronger. This is exactly what you must do every morning. When the weight feels heavy, don't run from it. Breathe into it. Stand taller under it. Tell yourself that every difficulty is carving out a stronger, sharper version of you. The pressure you feel is not a punishment. It is a sign that you are being elevated to the next level of your life. Gold is forged in fire. Diamonds are formed under pressure. And so are you. This is why you can never let fear or doubt become the loudest voices in your head. Fear will tell you to hide. Doubt will tell you you're not ready. But the truth is, fear shows up when something matters, and doubt shows up when you are about to grow. So take them as signals, not stop signs. Let them remind you that what you are facing is big enough to change you. Instead of asking, why me, say, try me. Say it with conviction, with fire, with courage. Let life know that you are not here to back down. You are here to level up. Every time you refuse to quit, you become someone new. Every time you face what scared you, you build evidence that you are stronger than you think. This evidence compounds until you no longer question whether you can handle what's in front of you. You just handle it. You become calm in the storm. You become the person others look at and say, how do they keep going? You keep going because you've decided there is no other option. The next time you feel overwhelmed, remember this truth. You have already survived everything you thought would break you. You are still standing. You are still breathing. You are still in the fight. That is not weakness. That is power. Own it. Wear it like armor. Because the moment you start claiming your struggles as part of your strength, nothing can stop you from becoming who you are meant to be. Look in the mirror tomorrow morning and tell yourself, I decide who I am. Feel the weight of those words because they are your permission to stop living under other people's opinions. Too many mornings are wasted thinking about who we were yesterday or who someone else says we should be today. You don't have to carry the labels they put on you. You don't have to keep playing the role they expect you to play. You get to choose who you are every single morning, no matter where you've been, no matter what you've done, no matter what they think. This is how you break free from the invisible chains that have been holding you back. The world will always have something to say. They will remind you of your past. They will doubt your future. They will try to put you in a box because it makes them comfortable. But you were not born to live small. You were born to define yourself. And when you start every day declaring, I decide who I am, you silence the noise and turn up the volume on your own voice. Identity is powerful. It drives every choice you make. If you believe you are weak, you will act weak. If you believe you are unworthy, you will settle for less. But when you claim a new identity, your actions start to match it. You begin to rise to the level of the words you speak. That is why this affirmation matters, because it rewrites the story you tell yourself about who you are. Think about it. How much of your life has been shaped by other people's expectations? How many dreams have you put on hold because you were afraid of what they might say? How many times have you lowered your standards just to fit in? Every time you do, a part of you gets smaller. But when you decide who you are, you expand. You stop asking for permission to be yourself. You stop apologizing for wanting more. You stop hiding your ambition because it makes someone else uncomfortable. You owe it to yourself to wake up and step into the identity that serves your future, not your fears. If you want to be disciplined, claim it. If you want to be confident, speak it. If you want to be unstoppable, Decide it before the day begins. The world will catch up later. This is how transformation begins, not with massive action, but with a simple, powerful decision. You do not need anyone's approval to step into who you are becoming. You do not need anyone's permission to outgrow the version of you that no longer fits. You are allowed to start fresh every single morning. And when you do, you will find that the opinions, the doubts, the judgments that once felt so heavy suddenly lose their power. Say it like you mean it. I decide who I am, and then walk through your day proving yourself right. Your mind is the control center of everything you will ever do, and the morning is the most powerful moment to rewire it. The second you wake up, your brain is in its most impressionable state. It's quiet, unguarded, ready to be programmed. Most people waste that window by filling it with noise, scrolling, worrying, replaying old mistakes, and then wonder why their day feels heavy before it even begins. But you can train your mind to work for you instead of against you. Every morning you have the chance to write the first line of the story for the next 24 hours. When you choose words that empower you, you prime your brain to find evidence that those words are true. This isn't just motivation, it's science. Your brain has something called the reticular activating system, which filters what you notice and focus on. If you wake up thinking today will be hard, your brain will filter for every reason to believe that. But if you wake up saying, I am ready, I am capable, I am in control, your brain will look for proof of that instead. You literally begin reshaping your perception of reality with your words. This is why what you tell yourself in the first few minutes after waking up matters more than almost anything else you do all day. Your mind is like wet cement in the morning. Whatever you press into it will harden and set the tone for your actions, your emotions, and your results. Speak doubt and you'll carry doubt. Speak strength and you'll carry strength. Speak victory and you will walk through the day with the posture of someone who expects to win. Nipsey Hussle lived by the belief that success was about the long game, the marathon. And every marathon runner knows the start matters. The way you step into the day sets your pace. If you start slow, distracted, unsure, you will spend the rest of the day playing catch up. But if you start with clarity and confidence, you build unstoppable momentum. One strong morning leads to one strong day. One strong day leads to one strong week. That's how you change your life, not overnight, but every morning. You don't need to wait for a perfect moment to begin. The moment you wake up is already perfect. It is your reset button. It is your chance to break yesterday's cycle and create a new one. No one else can do this for you. No one else can put the right words in your mind. That power belongs to you. So before you check your phone, before you check the time, check your thoughts. Decide that the first thing your mind will consume today will be something that builds you, not breaks you. The more consistent you are, the more natural it becomes, until it stops feeling like a routine. It starts feeling like who you are. When you master your mornings, you stop living on accident and start living on purpose. And when you live on purpose, nothing can pull you back into the old version of you. Say with certainty, I control my energy. These 4 words will change the way you live because they remind you that no one else gets to decide how you feel or what you focus on. The world will always try to pull you in 1,000 directions. Negativity, drama, distractions, other people's problems. But you are not required to give everything your attention. Your energy is the most valuable currency you have, and every morning you must choose where to invest it. When you wake up, your mind is clear. You get to decide what deserves your focus and what doesn't. Most people give away their energy without thinking, to the news, to social media, to arguments, to situations that don't matter. Then they wonder why they feel drained before the day even begins. But when you declare, I control my energy, you take your power back. You choose peace over chaos. You choose growth over gossip. You choose to feed your mind with things that make you stronger instead of weaker. Energy flows where attention goes. If you focus on what's missing, you feel lack. If you focus on what's wrong, you feel hopeless. But if you focus on what you can build, what you can learn, what you can control, you feel powerful. And that power fuels action. Action fuels momentum. Momentum fuels results. This is how you create a life that feels aligned instead of exhausting, by being intentional about what you give your energy to. Not everyone and not everything deserves a reaction. Silence is sometimes the strongest move you can make. Protecting your energy is not selfish. It is necessary, because the version of you that is calm, focused, and centered will always make better decisions than the version of you that is scattered and triggered. The person who can keep their energy steady when everything around them is chaotic is the person who wins. This is not about ignoring reality. It's about mastering your state so reality doesn't master you. Life will throw things at you that are unfair, uncomfortable, even painful. But when you remind yourself that you control your energy, you stop letting outside forces dictate your inner world. You start moving through life with intention instead of reaction. You stop letting people who don't value your peace pull you into battles that cost too much. Tomorrow morning, when you open your eyes, say it like a vow. I control my energy. Say it until you feel the shift. Say it until your body feels lighter, until your mind feels clear. Carry that truth with you through every conversation, every decision, every challenge. Guard your energy like your life depends on it, because it does. Your growth, your focus, your ability to reach the next level all depend on what you allow in and what you keep out. And when you start living like the guardian of your own energy, you become unstoppable. Fear will always knock at your door, but you get to decide whether to let it in. Doubt will always whisper in your ear, but you get to decide whether to believe it. Most people wait for fear to disappear before they take action, and that is why they stay stuck. Fear is not the enemy. In fact, it is proof that what you are about to do matters. The presence of fear means you are stepping outside your comfort zone into a space where growth lives. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is feeling fear and moving anyway. Every time you act despite fear, you build a new layer of strength. You train your nervous system to stop panicking and start performing. You prove to yourself that fear cannot control you. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes. Confidence is simply the result of repeated action in the face of fear. You cannot build a powerful life while living in avoidance. Fear will try to convince you to play it safe, to wait until you feel ready, to choose comfort over risk. But comfort zones are cages disguised as safety. The longer you stay inside them, the smaller your world becomes. The more you run from fear, the more power it gains over you. The moment you turn around and face it, you take that power back. Regret is far heavier than fear. One day you will look back at the moments when you had a chance to act, to speak up, to take the leap. The pain of wondering what could have happened will always hurt more than the pain of trying and failing. If you want to live without regret, you must be willing to be uncomfortable today. You must be willing to act before you feel completely ready. The truth is, you will never be fully ready. There will always be uncertainty. There will always be risk. But there is also a reward waiting on the other side of fear that you cannot experience any other way. Growth, success, freedom, they all live past the point where most people stop. That is why you must keep going when fear rises. You must keep going when doubt grows loud. You must keep going when everything in you wants to turn back. Fear can either be a wall or a doorway. The choice is yours. Every time you choose courage, the wall turns into a door and you step through into a bigger version of yourself. And the bigger you become, the smaller fear feels. You are not meant to shrink. You are meant to expand, to rise, to see what you are capable of. So when fear shows up tomorrow, do not run. Thank it for reminding you that you are on the edge of something important. Then step forward, because everything you want is waiting for you on the other side. Breathe in the truth that you are on your own time. This single realization can free you from the pressure that has been weighing on you for years. The world will try to convince you that you are behind, that you should have achieved more by now, that you are running out of time. But that is a lie. Life is not a race against anyone else. It is not about hitting milestones at the same pace as your friends, your coworkers, or strangers on the internet. It is your journey, your marathon, and no one else is running it but you. Comparison steals your joy and blinds you to the progress you have already made. Every time you look at someone else's path, you stop focusing on your own. You start doubting your timing, doubting your steps, doubting your worth. But when you remind yourself every morning that you are on your own time, you take back control. You stop measuring your life against someone else's highlight reel. You stop rushing to meet expectations that don't belong to you. You start trusting that where you are right now is exactly where you need to be to grow into who you are becoming. This is not an excuse to stay stuck. This is a call to move with patience and power. Growth is not instant. Success is not overnight. Nipsey Hussle called it a marathon for a reason. It takes endurance, consistency, and faith to keep going when you can't see the finish line. The people who win are the ones who refuse to quit just because the results are taking longer than they expected. You are not late. You are learning. You are building. You are becoming. Every step, no matter how small, is moving you forward. Trust that your timeline is preparing you for what is meant for you, not what is meant for someone else. Trust that the delays are not denials, they are lessons. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be to take the next step. When you live like this, pressure turns into peace. You stop waking up with anxiety about being behind and start waking up with gratitude for the opportunity to move forward at your own pace. You stop feeling like life is something to catch up to and start realizing it is something to be lived fully one day at a time. Say it to yourself with conviction. I am on my own time. Let those words remove the weight from your shoulders. Let them remind you that you are free to grow, free to evolve, free to take your next step without rushing, without comparing, without doubting. When you trust your timing, you show up fully where you are, and that presence is what creates the breakthroughs you've been waiting for. You are not late. You are right on time. And when you truly believe that, nothing can make you feel behind again. Distraction is the silent killer of dreams. It doesn't destroy your life in one moment. It eats away at it piece by piece, day after day, until you realize years have passed and you're still in the same place. The truth is, most people are not failing because they lack talent, intelligence, or opportunity. They are failing because their focus is fractured. They wake up with energy and potential, but they hand it away to meaningless things, endless scrolling, empty conversations, other people's drama, worries that never lead to action. If you want to create a life that feels powerful, you must become ruthless about what gets your attention. Every morning, decide what matters most and cut everything else. This is not easy because distraction will always feel tempting. It will always offer comfort, entertainment, and escape. But every minute you spend distracted is a minute you are not building, not growing, not moving toward the life you know you're capable of living. Your mind was not designed to process endless noise, every notification you check, every pointless argument you read, every time you scroll without purpose. You are training your brain to crave chaos instead of clarity. That is why so many people feel drained before the day has even started. Their attention is being pulled in 100 directions before they even take their first real step forward. Imagine what would happen if you reclaim that power. Imagine if you woke up and gave your focus to the things that actually build your future. The project you've been avoiding, the habit you've been meaning to start, the skill you've been putting off learning. Even 1 hour of focused action every morning can transform your life over time. That hour compounds. That hour creates momentum. And momentum is what most people are missing. Discipline is freedom. It may feel hard at first to turn off the noise, to silence the distractions, to choose focus over comfort. But soon you will feel lighter. You will feel clearer. You will feel stronger, because every time you choose focus, you are proving to yourself that your goals matter more than your impulses. You are proving that your future is worth protecting. This is how champions are built. Not by doing everything, but by doing what matters most over and over until the results are undeniable. You do not need more hours in the day. You need to stop wasting the hours you already have. Tomorrow morning, before you pick up your phone, before you let the world rush into your mind, stop and ask yourself, what do I need to give my energy to today so that my future self will thank me? Write it down. Commit to it. Then guard your focus like your life depends on it, because it does. When you stop letting distractions decide your destiny, you start moving with power. And once you feel that power, you will never go back. The voice you speak to yourself with each morning is the voice that shapes your entire day. Most people don't even realize how destructive their own inner dialogue has become. They wake up and start tearing themselves down before they've even taken their first step. They remind themselves of what they don't have, what went wrong yesterday, why things might not work out today. And with every thought, they weaken their spirit before the day has even begun. You cannot expect to build a powerful life while speaking powerless words to yourself. The words you choose are either weapons that cut you down or tools that build you up. Every morning, you must decide which one you are going to use, because your subconscious mind is listening. It is storing every message you repeat, and eventually it will start believing you. If you tell yourself you are not enough, it will find proof. If you tell yourself you are capable, it will find proof. Your brain is always looking to confirm the story you are feeding it. So stop feeding it poison. Stop letting yesterday's mistakes define today's potential. Stop carrying guilt, shame, or fear into a new day as if that is the only version of you that exists. Speak life into yourself even when it feels unnatural at first. Tell yourself you are stronger than you feel. Tell yourself you are capable of handling anything that comes. Tell yourself you are worthy of success, worthy of peace, worthy of growth. Speak it until you believe, and then act like it's true. You must also be intentional about silencing the voices of doubt that come from outside. There will always be people who try to project their limitations onto you. There will always be opinions that try to pull you back to where you used to be. You cannot control those voices, but you can control whether they live in your head, rent-free. Every morning, remind yourself that no one else's opinion has the right to define your worth. Your value is not negotiable. Your mission is not up for debate. This is how you build an inner world that cannot be shaken. You speak with conviction. You speak with faith. You speak with vision, even when the results have not shown up yet. And when you do this consistently, something inside you changes. You walk differently. You carry yourself differently. You face challenges with a calm that confuses the people around you because you know who you are and where you are going. There is no greater power than being rooted in a strong identity, one that cannot be manipulated by fear, failure, or outside noise. Every morning, you are given a blank canvas. Don't paint it with the same self-doubt and negativity that kept you stuck yesterday. Choose new colors. Choose words that light a fire in your soul and push you forward. Choose to speak in a way that makes the future feel possible, not distant. The day belongs to the one who commands it with purpose. And that begins with the words you whisper to yourself before the world gets a chance to speak. Every morning is an invitation to rise above the weight of yesterday. The truth is, you are carrying more than you need to. Regret, fear, disappointment, old failures, they all sit heavy on your shoulders, slowing you down, clouding your vision, making every step harder than it needs to be. And yet, each morning gives you a chance to lay them down and walk lighter. The past cannot follow you unless you keep turning back to pick it up. Freedom starts the moment you decide to stop replaying old chapters and start writing a new one. Most people stay stuck because they keep reliving the same pain over and over again, not realizing that they are the ones keeping the wound open. You cannot heal while you are still punishing yourself for mistakes you cannot change. You cannot grow while your energy is being spent on battles that ended long ago. The morning is your reset button. Use it. Tell yourself today is not yesterday. Tell yourself you will no longer be a prisoner of what already happened. Forgive yourself. Forgive the people who hurt you, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. When you hold on to anger, resentment, or shame, you are giving away your power before the day even begins. Choose to reclaim it. Choose to wake up without carrying a weight that was never meant to be permanent. Every sunrise is proof that you are still here, still capable, still being given another shot to do better, to be better. Don't waste that gift by repeating old patterns. Don't waste that gift by believing that you are defined by who you were instead of who you are becoming. The moment you release the past, you make space for new opportunities to find you. The moment you stop looking backward, you start noticing doors in front of you that were invisible before. Growth requires letting go. Letting go of the story that you are stuck. Letting go of the identity that you are broken. Letting go of the belief that things will always be the way they were. When you wake up and choose to let go, you are not erasing your past, you are reclaiming your future. You are telling yourself that the lessons have been learned, and now it's time to build something new. And with that release comes power. Power to think clearly, power to act boldly, power to move forward without the invisible chains holding you back. Every day you let go a little more, you become lighter, stronger, freer. This is how you create momentum. Not by dragging your pain forward, but by leaving it behind and stepping into the day with courage. Remind yourself each morning that you have survived everything that once tried to break you. You are still standing, and that means you are strong enough to face whatever comes next. Walk into the day with empty hands and an open heart, ready to receive what's waiting for you. When you let go of the weight of yesterday, you make room to carry the greatness of today. Every morning, you must remind yourself that you are capable of more than you think. Most of the limits you feel are not real. They are stories you've repeated so many times that you started to believe them. You are not too late. You are not too old. You are not too far behind. The obstacles in front of you are not there to stop you. They are there to strengthen you. The difference between the person who wins and the person who quits is not talent, it is belief. Belief fuels action. Action builds momentum. Momentum creates results. The mind is a powerful force. If you tell it that something is impossible, it will find reasons to agree with you. If you tell it that something can be done, it will begin searching for ways to make it happen. This is why belief must be a daily practice. You can't wait until you feel confident to start. You build confidence by deciding right now that you are capable and proving it to yourself through action. Confidence is earned. Belief is chosen first. When you wake up, speak possibility over your life. Speak progress over your day. Tell yourself that every challenge you face is shaping you into the version of yourself you've been dreaming of becoming. When you approach the day with that mindset, even setbacks become stepping stones. You stop seeing failure as proof you're not good enough and start seeing it as part of the process of becoming great. Greatness is not a single moment. It is the accumulation of small, courageous choices made every single day. When you choose to keep going when it would be easier to stop, you are building a muscle that separates ordinary lives from extraordinary ones. That decision, repeated over and over, is what rewrites your future. And it all starts the moment you decide to believe in yourself more than you believe in your excuses. Fear will try to speak loudly when you take steps toward growth. It will tell you that you're not ready, that it's safer to wait, that it might not work out. But fear is not a stop sign. It is a signal that you are moving towards something that matters. Let fear be your compass. If it scares you, it is probably the thing that will change you.